Keep it up, you're so great. Standing, talking.
Hey everyone, thank you so much for watching today's video. In this video I'm gonna show you this modern day cut crease tutorial. But before I go in with any eyeshadow, I am first going to prime my eyelids, and I'm gonna use the MAC Cosmetics paint pot in the color Soft Ochre, which is a yellow based color, which perfectly matches with my skin color, and it's gonna remove all the redness from the eyelid. Also, what this is gonna do, it's gonna make sure that my eyeshadow is kind of going to stick onto the primer, and this is gonna make sure that my eyeshadow is gonna stay flawless all day. Now for today's video, I'm gonna play with this beautiful palette by With Love Cosmetics called the Heart of Nude palette. It has all these cute heart-shaped eyeshadows. So this is the palette I want to use for today. You can see it has a lot of neutral colored shades. So I'm gonna start with this dark one, and I'm actually gonna use this color to kind of create the shape of today's cut crease. Now I have a playlist on my YouTube channel with all my cut crease tutorials, so if you're new to creating cut creases, this might be challenging, so I will make sure to put a link in the description bar with one of my cut crease tutorials for beginners. I think this one is a little bit more complicated, but definitely give it a go if you want to be a bit more creative and just kind of test yourself, but I will make sure to put a simpler one in the description bar as well. Now next I'm going to take this light color, and I'm going to blend this above the line that I just applied to kind of create a transition shade towards the brow bone. So I'm just going to sweep my brush from the inner corner to the outer corner, and then next I'm going to take this color, which is called Grounded, and kind of blending it on top of the line and a little bit above it, but not as high as I went with the previous color, kind of like in between the line and the shade I just used, and then with a bigger brush just blending everything together to make sure that there are no harsh lines. Now going back in with the dark brown which we used earlier, and one more time blending this on top of the line which we used all the way at the beginning to make the line a bit darker. Because of all the blending on top of it, the line kind of disappeared, which is actually good because we don't want a harsh line, but I did want it to be a little bit darker. So therefore I went back in with this shade and making kind of like circular motions and swiping my brush back and forth to make the line more intense. So now next I'm going in with the MAC Cosmetics Pro Longwear Concealer in the shade NC15, and I'm going to apply this on top of the eyelid and also right underneath the line that we created at the beginning. Now before applying the concealer, it actually looked really messy, but I'm never really worried about this because I know I'm going in with concealer and this is going to clean up everything. So you can see right now that the area above the concealer is actually looking really nice, but before applying concealer it looked really messy. So this is just a simple trick. Don't worry about all the eyeshadow which is underneath the line that you create at the beginning, because you're gonna cover it up with concealer, so you won't be seeing it at the end anymore. So just make sure that you don't mind that you're not really focused on that. Just focus on the eyeshadow above the line you created that goes from the line, the cut crease line, towards the brow bone. As long as that is looking good, you're good. Don't worry. So now next I'm gonna go in with this color called Vanilla, applying this all over where I just applied concealer, to kind of like lock the concealer in place and also to give it a little bit of a color. And now next I'm going to use this light color, blending this right above the lash line. I wanted to create a sort of smudgy, smoky effect by blending a few shades above the lash line to create that kind of sunset effect. So then I went in with a darker shade, trying to make sure that I don't go up as high as I went with the previous color, so you can still see that lighter color peeking a little bit above it. And then next I'm going back in with the darker shade again and blending this as well, and again making sure to go a little bit lower so you can still see the previous colors I applied. And this way you get a transition going from dark to lighter towards the upper part. I really hope that makes sense. It's always a bit hard for me to explain, but yeah, I hope it makes sense. Now I'm going in with the Maybelline Studio Gel Eyeliner, which is one of my favorite drugstore gel eyeliners, and I'm going to create a winged liner. I wasn't really sure what I wanted to do because when I created this makeup look, I didn't really know what I was going for, so I was kind of freestyling and just deciding what I wanted to do last minute. So I decided to go for a wing liner and to connect the wing liner with that kind of like shape of the crease. You can see it kind of connects now, which I think looks actually really good. So it wasn't my intention to go for this eye look, but I think it actually turned out really well and it just suits this eye look well, so I'm happy that I went for a wing liner. And then after applying the eyeliner, I'm going in with the Anastasia Beverly Hills liquid liner, which I actually didn't use for a while, but I just thought, I remembered that this eyeliner is so black and I don't know why I'm not using it more often, but I will definitely do, because as you can see, it's just super black, which looks so beautiful because the wing liner is gonna really stand out. Then I'm going in with this brown pencil from Colourpop, which is such a beautiful brown shade with kind of like a warm undertone. It reminds me of the pencil I always use from Morphe brushes, which is in the shade Vibes. And I'm going back in with the color Bamboo, which is that dark brown color which we used earlier. I'm using a Sigma Beauty flat diviner brush and pressing the shade underneath the lower lash line. This shade looks actually really similar to the pencil in the waterline, so that's really nice. Then I'm going back in with those two shades, mixing them together on my brush and blending this underneath the lower lash line. So I'm softly going back and forth with my brush, and I just keep blending and adding product until I'm satisfied with how it's looking. I really wanted it to look as softly blended as possible. Also, I'm gonna start a new series on my YouTube, which is gonna be focused on beginners. So I wanna teach you guys all about blending and all the basics. So hopefully for everyone that follows that series, it's gonna be so much more easier to follow along with all my makeup tutorials. Let me know if you guys would be interested in that. I wanted to do this for so long, but I think I'm finally gonna do it. So let me know your thoughts. Now I'm gonna use this light color, which is the lightest shade in the palette, and I popped a little bit of that in the inner corner to brighten it up. Then I'm gonna curl the lashes using a Tweezerman lash curler. I always do this before mascara, and I'm gonna use the Roller Lash Mascara from Benefit Cosmetics. I always apply mascara before I go in with fake lashes. I know some people actually apply mascara after applying the lashes. I've never really liked doing this. Let me know how you guys do it. Do you first apply your mascara or first your lashes? I really want to know. I just feel like applying your mascara afterwards, it will get sticky on the lashes, and I feel like it will just make your lashes look less nice for a longer time. But yeah, let me know what you guys do. Now for my lips, I use this color from Sam Marcel Beauty. I wanted to mention that because maybe some people are curious to know what lipstick I used with this eye look. But I will make sure to put all the products I used in the description bar. Also the palette I used today, I have a special discount code for you guys, which you can use if you want to purchase this palette. So check out all the info in the description bar. And yeah, I just hope you all enjoyed. Don't forget to give this video a thumbs up if you did enjoy. This is really helpful for my YouTube channel. Also, don't forget to subscribe, and hopefully I will see you all in the next one. Bye guys!
Keep it up one more minute. Keep it up, you're so great. Standing, talking. You got me checkmate. No one's watching or nothing. I have cleared out the room, so that you can get to be the big spoon.